Hello student, welcome to digital classes. This video is for class 6. The subject is science and this is the chapter number 8, body movement. This is the third part of this chapter. In this chapter I am going to tell you about how do muscles move bone, formation of skeleton, do all animals have bone, etc. In the previous video I discussed about skeleton system, basically the bones. Now in this video I am going to tell you about muscles. Let us start with muscles. The three types of muscles are skeletal muscle, smooth muscle, cardiac muscle. We know that our body is able to do locomotion or movement. So without muscles we are not able to move our bone. Skeletal muscles. Fibers are long and cylindrical, arranged in bundles, has many nuclei, has striations, have alternating dark and light bands, voluntary, attached to the skeleton by tendon. It causes movement of the bone at the joint, and yes, they do fatigue. What substance forms causing muscles fatigue? Smooth muscles. Fibers are thin and in layer, no striations, single nuclei, involuntary, contract and fatigue slowly, found in circulatory system, leaning of blood vessels, help in the circulation of the blood, digestive system, esophagus, stomach, intestine. It basically control digestive system or control digestion, respiratory system, control breathing, urinary bladder, controls urination. Cardiac muscle cells are branched and appear fused with one another, has striations. Each cell has a central nuclei and it consists of involuntary actions found only in the heart. Contraction of the heart muscles pump blood throughout the body and account for the heartbeat. Healthy cardiac muscles never fatigue or else. Now muscular classification. Functionally voluntary can be moved at will. Involuntary cannot be moved internationally. Structure. Straightened has strips across the fiber. Smooth. No striations. Now function of skeletal muscles. Movement. Muscles move bones by pulling, not pushing. Antagonist muscles and muscles group usually work in pair. Example of biceps flex your arm and its partner the triceps. Expand your arm. The two muscles are antagonist, that is cause opposite action. When one contract then other relax. Levators, muscles that raise a body part. Properties of muscles. Electrical excitability, ability to contract to certain stimuli. Contractility, ability to contract forcefully when stimulated. Extensibility, ability to stretch without being damaged. Elasticity, ability to return to its original length and shape. These all are the property of muscle in which you can understand the ability of muscles. How do muscles move bone? The two systems which make different movement possible in our body are the skeletal system, the muscular system. All higher animals use muscles and bones for all kind of movement. The body frame made from the bones is called skeleton. There are 206 bones in the human skeleton. These bones are held together at the joint by tough tissues called ligament. The muscles allow several body parts to move at the joint by contracting and expanding or relaxing. Bones provide leverage for rapid contraction and relaxation in the muscles. Muscle work in pair. When one muscle relax, the other contract. The movement of arm at the elbow joint is controlled by two muscles, biceps and triceps. When the arm is moved up, the biceps contract and become shorter and the triceps expand. This is called flexing of arm. The bicep is called a flexor muscle and the triceps in an extensor muscle. Now muscles, bone and the movement. When skeletal muscle contract, bone move. But how do muscles make your bone moves? A voluntary muscles usually work across a joint. It is attached to the both the bones are on either side of the joint by strong cords called tendons. A tendon is a tough band of connective tissues that connect muscles to bones. Tendons are similar to ligament, except these ligaments join bones to each other. Muscles move the bone by contracting against the skeleton. When muscles contract, they get shorter, and by contracting muscles pull on bones and allow the body to move. The movement of arm at the elbow joint is controlled by two muscles, biceps and triceps. When the arm is moved up, the biceps contract and become shorter and the tricep expand. This is called flexing of an arm. When arm is straightened or extended, the triceps contract while the biceps expand. Now you know that the biceps are called flexor muscles and triceps are called extensor muscles. Muscles can only contract. They cannot actively extend through they can move or relax back into the non-contracted natural position. Therefore, to move bones in opposite direction, pair of muscles must work in opposition. Each muscles in the pair work against the other to move bones at the joints of the bone. The muscles that contracts to cause a joint to bend is called the flexor. The muscles that contract to cause the joint to straighten is called extensor. When one muscle is contract, the other muscle from the pair is always elongated. So all higher animals and humans use muscles and bone for locomotion and movements. In the next video, I am going to tell you about how do other animals move, like fish, birds, snake, cockroaches are able to move or do locomotion. For example, the biceps and triceps muscles work together to allow you to bend and straighten your elbow. When you want to bend your elbow, your biceps muscles contract, and at the same time the triceps muscle relax. The biceps is flexor and the triceps is extensor of your elbow joint. Other muscles that work together are the quadriceps and hamstrings, used to bend and straighten the knee, and the pectoral and the trapezius, used to move the arms and shoulder forward and backward. During daily routine, we do not use muscles equally. For example, we use our biceps more than our triceps due to lifting against gravity. You can see the biceps and triceps in this figure. Now I am going to tell you a systematic diagram to show the voluntary muscles and tendon. This figure is also in your book, and the page number is 115. See, the top is the shoulder blade, then you see the tendon, and then triceps front and biceps backward, tendons between the two joints, and forearms, and then one is the humerus. Now this is the second, this is the bending of arm. Now see, in this, biceps contract and triceps muscles relaxed, then it bends upward. You have to move your lower arm up. Now this is the third figure, straightening of an arm. In this you see the triceps contract and relaxed biceps muscles. Then you are able to straighten your forearm. Everyone can draw these three figures in homework copy or classwork copy and label it properly and mention the systematic diagram. First, this is the muscles and tendon. In second, you have to mention this is the bending of arm, and the third you have to mention this is the straightening of an arm. Now the formation of skeleton. Our skeleton starts forming a soft and plastic pieces of cartilages during the development of fetus. Some of these cartilages during the course of time change to bone. Depositing of calcium and phosphorus make the bones hard and strong. At the time of birth, the bones are soft, become harder as we grow, and become brittle in the old ages. For healthy bones, a diet rich in calcium, phosphorus, proteins, and vitamins should be taken. Our diet therefore must contain milk, milk product, meat, eggs, whole grains, beans, leafy vegetables, nut, ragi, etc. The long bones such as thigh bone, upper arm bone have bone marrow inside them. The soft spongy material present inside the bone is called bone marrow. Bones marrow produce red blood cell and some white blood cells also, means the red blood cell is formed inside the bone. This figure is also in your book at the page number 115. This is the bone marrow inside a long bone. First upper portion of the bone is a spongy bone, then periosteum, where marrow, and then impact bone, and Harvatian canal. Now this is the magnified picture, so you can see these dots. This is a red blood cell. Do all animals have bone? Bones are present only in animals having backbone. All animals do not have bones in their skeleton system. Animals like snake do not have a skeleton system. Now, for example, the skeleton of shark is made up of only cartilages. Worm, leeches, and jellyfish have no hard structure to support their body. Means worm, leeches, jellyfish do not have a skeleton system. Now you are able to know these things. Bones are held together at the joint by tough tissues called ligament. Muscles allow several body parts to move at the joints by contracting and relaxing. The biceps is also a flexor muscle and the triceps in an extensor muscles. Long bones such as thigh bones, upper arm bones have bone marrow inside them. Bone marrow produces red blood cell and some white blood cells also. Only animals having backbone have bones in it, means there is a structure, skeleton structure present in them. Now some oral questions. What holds bone together at the joint? It is ligament. What kind of diet should you take to keep your bones healthy and strong? You have to eat a diet rich in calcium, phosphorus, protein, and vitamins. And one more thing is, our diet therefore must contain milk products, meat, egg, whole grains, beans, leafy vegetables, nuts, ragi, etc. Now the question number 3. Where does the bone marrow occur in our body? Bone marrow occur in our body in the bone. Name 2 muscles which contract the movement of arm at the elbow joint, biceps and triceps. Now the next question. Name an animal that does not have bones in the skeletal system. Example, worm, leeches, jellyfish, etc. In the fourth part of the video, I will tell you about how do birds fly, how do fish move, how do snakes move, how does a cockroaches move, how does a snail moves, how does an earthworm moves, and then I will discuss the exercise question ABC. This help you to write answers easily. Now I think whatever I taught in this video everyone could understand. If there is any doubt with you or you are not able to understand such topic which is taught in this video, you may ask within a class.